I still have Hocking Hills videos to make, but I feel like I really need to just talk. So I'm gonna go ahead and record this, and I'll get back to the Hocking Hills. I oh gosh. I I've been feeling very discouraged regarding the success of my YouTube channel. Silly, right? And what the fuck is making noise? And God, I didn't want to get on here and start crying right away, but this is not easy. This is not easy. Like everybody says it is. What the fuck is making a noise? Probably a mouse. Alright, get your shit together, Suze. Okay, so for January and February, I posted every single day. January, I posted 2 long forms a day. A vlog style, 5 to 10 minute, and then a different long form. The entire month of February, I posted a long form between 15 minutes and an hour. Every single day. Every single day. And I got some subscribers and I got some watch hours. And I was feeling really good about it. I was feeling really good. One of my videos I made was YouTube is changing my life, and I'm not even monetized yet. And I was feeling really good, and my numbers were growing very slowly, but they were. And I was motivated, and I felt like it was healing me and helping to heal other people. And I was getting a lot of wonderful comments, a lot of beautiful, wonderful comments of people that I touched with my story or my information or whatever it may be. And I was like, yes, this is it. This is it. This is why I'm here. This is why no job has ever really worked for me. This is why I've been fired in the last 2 years. This is why I injured my hip to the point that I couldn't walk last year, and I was forced to stop working the 9 to 5. I was forced to. And I knew that was my time to start my channel. I knew that I needed to find a way to make income and to support myself and survive without working a regular job anymore. I did it 27 years. I killed myself and worked 50 to 100 hours, normally averaging around 80. And I just kept thinking that next job would be the one that I stay with forever. And it never was. So I started my own business. I started my own shoe store so that nobody could ever take my income away from me, and I didn't have to rely on my boss for my livelihood. So I started my own business and I started selling shoes, and I did that for 10 years. And I was good at it. I was successful. But it was exhausting. I worked so much. This is not a video about how much I worked. This is a video about why I have got to keep going with YouTube, to remind myself that this is what I found. This is my way out. This is how I can help the world. This is how I can connect with people and teach them what I've learned and figured out that nobody else is teaching. This is how I can create income in a positive way to survive, to feed myself. So this has to work. This has to work. And I believe it will work. And I don't believe it just has to work because I need to figure out a way to make money. This just has to work. And I have to keep going. And I cannot get discouraged, and I can't give up, and I can't not follow through. And I knew it wasn't going to be easy. I knew it wasn't going to be easy. And then I got on here and everybody was talking about easy mode, and I'm like, yes, what a perfect time. It's perfect. Everything is working in my favor. And I've been on for now. I started this channel in June. I kind of played around with it for the first month or two and just kind of did shorts and didn't really do anything of value because I was scared. I was scared to talk. I was scared to share, and I was scared that it wouldn't work. And I feel all of that coming back, and I feel me starting to worry about my future and about and about how I'm going to make money without giving my entire life and all of my time away and not being happy and not doing anything that I want. Or giving most of my time away and being so exhausted from everything that I gave to my jobs that I couldn't even do what I wanted after I was done. That I was forcing myself to enjoy life because I was so tired. I gave all of my energy and I had none left for me. And YouTube doesn't do that. YouTube the last 2 months, January and February, have they were really great, actually. They were great in my mind. There was bullshit happening still, but I was able to navigate through it and figure out what I needed to do and what next step. And I was doing really good at focusing on all the positive. And I made it a point to make sure that I posted a video every single day. If I did nothing else, I made sure to post a video. And I was excited about that. I would want to wake up and see how many people looked at it, or if anybody commented, or if I touched anybody. I was excited about the work that I was doing, and it was fun, and I enjoyed it, and I felt like I was sharing everything that I feel like I need to share with the world. And then, you know, my numbers weren't really rising that fast. I'm still at only 193 subscribers. And I don't know, like 200 watch hours, you know? And you know, that wasn't really bothering me. That wasn't really bothering me until really March. And in March, I decided that sometimes my entire day was wrapped up within recording, thinking about what I was going to record, writing it down, or putting bullet points so that I had some type of structure, recording, and then whether or not I needed to put videos together or, you know, edit it in any way. I don't cut out anything out of my videos, so when I say edit, I just mean, like, you know, any transitions between videos or, you know, clips that I've taken. And it just seemed like while I was receiving all those great things, it seemed like it was taking a lot of time, and I was thinking about it constantly, almost all day. And, you know, my partner would be like, what are you thinking about? Oh, my YouTube video. Oh, I was thinking about, you know, how I said this or what I need to say in the next one. And it was, it wasn't really a bad thing, I guess. I just felt like, I mean, I liked thinking about it. I liked being excited about it. I liked connecting with people and reading their comments and having conversations and knowing that something that I said they related to and it touched them and enough to the point that they would share life stories, like, and they thanked me. They thanked me for giving them a platform in my comments on my video to share what they shared with me. And I never thought that would I mean, I don't know. I guess it started taking too much, and I felt like it was pulling me away a little bit from my partner. And you know, just life. And so in March, I decided to alternate days, and I decided to do a long form one day and a short the next day, and just go back and forth. But I lost momentum. I lost I lost momentum. And I think every video in March has been like an event that I went to. I did a concert, a local concert that I went to, and I'm working on Hocking Hills. And it hasn't really been just talking. It hasn't been getting out all these thoughts out of my head, which is the whole it's the whole thing I started. Was I have these racing thoughts that just go all the time, and I'm learning how to manage and stop them. And they used to be very negative and depressing and anxious thoughts, and just worry and serious. Why so serious, you know? And and I guess those thoughts changed. I guess now I'm realizing that thoughts changed. They were more positive, and they were more about YouTube, and they were more about what I was going to say. And so while I still was overstimulated by all of these thoughts in the first 2 months of this year while doing a video every day, I don't know. What is this trying to tell me? Do I need to go back to doing one every day? And if this is gonna work, do I need to allow it to pull me away a little bit from my partner, or, you know, just other things that I need to do, or or I mean, what's the alternative? The alternative is I quit. And I can't. I can't quit. I spent the last 3 years searching for a way to make income that I can do to where I don't end up in the hospital. And I don't have debilitating panic attacks at work or on the way to work or whenever when I think about work. And a way to make income to survive but still be able to live my life so that I don't get to 100 years old and just look back and just feel like I worked it for somebody else my whole life. I'm 41 now. I'm 41. And I've been working since I was 14. And I refuse to do it anymore. I refuse to do it anymore. And there's enough ways out here for us to make money. There's enough other ways out. And I just know, I just have all this doubt in my head now because I'm not. Because I'm nowhere close to being monetized. And I am being as authentic and transparent and honest and talking about real shit as I can be. And supposedly that's what YouTube is on easy mode for. And I don't even care if it's easy. I don't even care if it's easy. I knew it wasn't going to be easy when I started. I knew this would take a long time. I knew. And then I guess I just got on here and it's so oversaturated with videos about people making it in 30 days. And there's some people that have started in the last 7-8 months since I've been on here. And I'm so happy for them. This is no hate. I'm so happy that they did it. I'm so happy that they figured it out. And that people are watching them. I'm so happy for them. I'm beyond ecstatic for their success and some of them are really putting good stuff out there. They're really great. It's good information. It's great. It's positivity. It's how to live your life. It's how to be happy. It's everything that everybody can use. Like what I'm trying, you know? And you just need to freaking get your shit together and just keep going. Right? Just keep going because it's really never gonna happen if you stop. It's definitely not gonna happen. And you cannot. You will kill yourself if you go back to a 9-to-5, Zeus. I almost did. I almost did it, and I've done it long enough. I've done it long enough, and there's a reason that I feel like this, and there's a reason. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I don't think I deserve not to work. I don't think any of that. I just know that there's a reason I keep getting fired for no reason when I'm a great employee. There's a reason. There's a reason I keep trying to go down the road that majority of people go down, and it works for them. It works for them. And it just doesn't work for me, and that's okay. And that is why I need to keep doing this. And I know timing, nothing works on my time. I know that. I know that nothing works on the time that we want it to. I know that everything is just divine timing. There is no time. Time is made up. There are clocks. There is no time. A human made that up. And I know that 7-8 months of posting consistently is not that long. I know that. And I guess I just feel myself not wanting to follow through like I've done many times before. And I guess I'm just getting really frantic about thinking about how I'm going to survive without continuing to kill myself at a job and to have no security. And whenever the boss has a bad day or the owner has a little hitch in his step, he fires you. Or you get severely injured on a medical note, unable to walk, and they fire you. There's a reason all of this is happening to me. And I just have to remember I've come this far. I've thought about it for years. I've thought about how to help the world and to make my own income to survive for years. I've really been formulating my YouTube channel for almost 3 years now. Formulating it in my head. I knew it was YouTube. I knew it was YouTube. And I distracted myself and I went and I wasted 9 months on TikTok. And then I wasted a couple more months on Facebook trying to monetize those. And all the time I knew it was YouTube. And I guess I'm struggling trying to figure out why. There is no why. I will never figure out the why. You can't figure out the whys. I know that. I've learned that. You can't chase the whys. You just have to keep going and figure out how. And I guess I thought I did figure it out. I thought those first 2 months of this year when I really, really, really was committed and I posted every single day, even when I didn't want to, even when I didn't feel like recording, even when I didn't know what I was going to say, I made myself do it. And now that I've stepped back a little bit in March, I've lost 2 subscribers, which I know is not anything. I know that. But I don't know if I should look at that like, no, I can't look at it like this is not the right path. I can't look at it like this is not what I'm supposed to be doing because I know I'm supposed to be here. I know I've spent years making it here to you, to YouTube, to the world. And I know I'm supposed to be here and I just have to keep going. I just have to keep going. And I just have to stop worrying about my growth and worrying about success and just put out what I know is out there. I mean, put out what I know needs to be out there, regardless of how many. I have this one video that I recorded in January. And I haven't posted it yet because I wanted to get more subscribers before because I wanted the world to see it, because so many people need to see it and need to hear what I said in it, because I know so many people are suffering. So many people are suffering with who they are and with living their own lives and their own happiness. And I still haven't posted it because I wanted as many people to see it as they could, and I still don't even have 200 subs. And so I think maybe I just need to put out there what needs to be out there. And just keep going. But I've got to figure out. I need to sell the rest of my shoes in storage from my shoe store to make money until this works. And there's this bad little voice in the back of my head just keeps saying, what if this never works? What if this never works? And you never make money off of this, and then you have to start all over. And I'm just really trying to push that voice out, because I know it has to work. There's no question about it for me. This has to work. My spirit cannot go back. Cannot go back and work for somebody else. My brain cannot go back and work for somebody else again. I cannot. I won't do that to myself anymore. I can't do it. And I can't live without money, unfortunately. I wish I could just find a fairy garden and just go. Just live naked and eat fruits and vegetables and just be friends with lions and tigers and bears. And, that'd be great. But that's not how this world works. It's not how the world that I live in works. And so I have to figure out something. That will work for me, to where I can pay my bills and I can put food in my mouth and I can keep a roof over my head and sorry, excuse me. And I can do all those things without getting the life and the spirit and my brain and my energy sucked out of me for a company. For a boss, for a job, for all my time and energy just to keep a roof over my head and food in my belly. That's crazy. And I'm not underqualified, y'all. I have a fucking college degree. I have a degree in accounting. But it just didn't work out. It never works out the way we plan. So why do we plan so much, Everybody knows life never works out the way you plan. I mean, maybe some things here and there, but overall, like what you thought your life was gonna be when you were younger, or like to find me one person that their life has turned out exactly the way they planned it in their head. So why do we worry so much about planning everything and doing everything right when life is just like, it's just lessons from mistakes anyway, and I'm trying to be okay with that. I don't know if anybody out there feels like I do, or I don't know if you feel like you'll die if you go back and work a 9-to-5 job. Or no, I'm saying 9 to 5. 8 p.m. to midnight, or 8 a.m. to midnight. How about that? A 10 to 20 hour job a day. I don't know. I don't know if you just are here to have fun, or here for a hobby, or here just, I don't know. But I know what I'm here for. I know I'm here to help people make their lives easier and happier and more enjoyable and I've been to hell and back. And I know I don't look very happy right now. But you should have seen me 5 years ago. I didn't smile. I didn't laugh. Didn't really want to be alive. I feel like that's a horrible thing to say because I have so much to live for. I have so many beautiful people in my life and my family. I have the most amazing family, and they're probably really the only reason that I'm still here, able to talk to you and make this video and try to let you know that, you're not alone. And this is not easy, and life is not easy, and YouTube is not easy. And if it was easy for you, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy. But nothing has ever been really easy for me. Come to think of it. Either I make it hard on myself or it's just hard for some reason. But that's how we learn the best lessons, and that's how we build our character, and that's how we find out who we are. And I guess I'll wrap this up by saying, if you have a feeling, if you have this feeling that you just can't get rid of, just keep posting. If you have the feeling that you're supposed to be here and you're supposed to be making videos and you're supposed to be sharing your mind with the world and your experiences, then keep doing it. And I will too. And it has to work. It has to work. It's going to work. Because jobs didn't work for me for almost 30 years. And I kept trying them. Wow. Jobs didn't work for almost 30 years, but I kept doing them. YouTube isn't working in 8 months, and I'm feeling like this. Do you see the difference? Why is it so easy for me to give everything to a job that's paying me barely enough to survive when I'm making them probably millions of dollars a year? I don't know. But I'm not doing it anymore. And that's why this has to work. And yeah, I could make, could I make enough money other ways? Once I run out of shoes to sell, what do I have? How could I make money by not giving my entire time away, by all my days, all my hours, and even if it's just a 40-hour-a-week job? Do you realize that is basically every day, and the 2 days you don't have, you're either thinking about work or so exhausted you're sleeping? It's not right. There's something so wrong with this setup. For some of us. For some of us are great. Some of us are, I don't know. We're just not all on the same journey, I guess. Or maybe some of us just haven't gotten to that point yet. Or maybe some of us don't give all their energy. Maybe some of us don't do the best job that they can do at work. And maybe maybe they're not good employees, and maybe that's why they're okay with working. Because they're not really there. They're not invested. They're just going through the motions and putting their time in. But then they still live their life. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And the fact that, like, I think one time that I've been fired, it was actually a legitimate reason because I was drunk on the clock. Even though everybody got drunk on the clock at that restaurant. But, this was about 15 years ago. Worked there for 4 years. And the crazy part is, I went to a party with the owner of that restaurant. I went to a party with the owner of that restaurant, and he left me there. And I was drunk, and I fell down a flight of steps, and I broke my arm, and I have a metal plate and 5 screws. You can still see the scar right here. He left me there. I woke up in the hospital with a busted hand, wrist. I fell down the entire flight of steps and caught myself with my hand. Don't remember a thing. Woke up in the hospital. And I went back to work for him for years. He came to see me in the hospital. He brought me a teddy bear. Probably so I wouldn't sue him. But back then I didn't even think about that. I didn't think I blamed it on me. Which it was. It was. I was drunk. I should have been able to take care of myself. I went to a party that I didn't know whose house it was, but I was with him. I thought it was cool. I thought we were going to be all right. And then I'm there by myself. Looking for a bathroom. I remember that little flash. And fell down the steps, broke my arm, woke up in the hospital. And then he made me his office manager because I asked if I could do anything without using my hand to serve and hold trays and write. And I'm right-handed. I still have pain in this arm. Sometimes I'll go to twist a cap or something and it just... And I went back and I was the office manager. And I worked there for another, I think, 3 years. I think that was in the first year. I don't blame him for it. It was fucked up. He left me at the party. I didn't know not one other person there. But it is what it is. That's why you don't go to parties already drunk. I'm grateful nothing else happened to me. I remember they kicked me out, actually. I remember when I was in the hospital and I got my clothes back. I reached in my pocket and there was a piece of paper in my pocket, not in my handwriting. And it had 4444444 on it, which was the number of our main taxi service before Uber or DoorDash or anything. And as I'm sitting there looking at this number in the hospital and I'm trying to figure out what happened and piece the little slivers of memory that I have from the night, I get this little... I still pass by where this phone booth was. It was a payphone. It was a payphone. And it was on Parsons Ave. And I remember being there. I remember they kicked me out. I think we were downtown or I don't know. I don't know where I was. But I walked with a broken, fractured arm, wrist after falling down a flight of steps out of a party from where I knew nobody. With a piece of paper that they stuck in my pocket. And I can only imagine that they didn't want to be They didn't want to call the ambulance because, it was a party, and who was going to get blamed for it. And they didn't know me. Nobody knew me. And so I can just imagine that they told me that everything was going to be okay and just pushed me out the door and gave me a number to call a taxi. And somehow I made it across town to Parsons Avenue to a payphone. And I remember calling 911. And I can still see the building across the street from me. And I can still see me. I can still see me. It had to be this hand. I had to be holding it with this hand. And I still passed by. I was right in between a gas station and a building, and the payphone was right on the side of the street. And I called 911, and the ambulance came there, and they got me. And I don't remember anything after that. I don't remember getting on the ambulance. I don't even remember the ambulance coming. I just remember me on the phone calling 911 and trying to tell them where I was at. And then the next morning, I wake up in the hospital. Oh gosh, I can't imagine the pain and the worry I put my family and my parents mostly through. They were watching my daughter while I was at work. I said, let me just go to this party real quick. Let's just stop by before I go pick my daughter up. And I never show up. And that wasn't the only time I didn't show up, and that wasn't the only time I woke up in the hospital either. I should have been dead 20 times by now, probably. So there's a reason I'm here. There's a reason I'm here telling my story. There's a reason that this YouTube channel has to work. There's a reason that I need to connect with the world. And I just have to remember that. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm making money, because this is what I should do. This is what... And maybe I just had to go through all that stuff and make it out on the other side so that I could help. So that I could help people. And maybe that's just my journey. And I just don't understand why I'm not able to survive off of it yet. But that's okay. It's okay. You just gotta keep going. Oh, God. Okay. I feel like that was it. I feel like I got it out. I love you. And everything's gonna be okay. And everything is gonna work out how it's supposed to work out. It always does. Because if it didn't, we wouldn't be here right now. Peace.